Hello everybody, good afternoon and welcome to That's Football. It's Nottingham Forest versus Tottenham Watchalong with Mark Goldbridge and you. I hope you're all doing very well. Sorry, I've just realised we were meant to be live at 4 o'clock and it's 4:15, so that's my fault really. So apologies for that. I thought we were starting at 4:15 and we're not starting at 4:15. We are starting at 4:15, but we were meant to start at 4. So yes, apologies. I was watching the Formula 1 and stuff like that. So yeah, apologies for that. But I hope you're all doing very well. Excited about this game for a couple of reasons really. One, I'm just going to predict that Spurs are going to hit the ground running here and finally click into gear, which sounds a bit funny when they've got 7 points from 10, but I do think that they're going to start playing well. And of course, we've also got Nottingham Forest, my first time watching them this season. I've not watched them this season. So they beat West Ham at home, they drew with Everton, and they lost. Did they lose? Who did they lose to opening game of the season? I can't remember. Can't remember. But Southampton win for Spurs, draw at Chelsea, beat Wolves, and then obviously this is their fourth game. So yeah, let's get into it. Looking forward to it, really am. And how can you be a fake United fan? I love this, Tosh. I'll give you a shout out. He just said Goldbridge is a fake United fan. I love this. I absolutely love this. I don't normally get involved in these silly comments, but why would you support Manchester United? Why would you support Manchester United as a fake fan? See, apparently I picked Man United to support 5 years ago and did a fan channel about it, despite the fact there's pictures of me in United kits and I've been supporting them all my life. But why would you choose Manchester United over the last 10 years? You'd have to be mentally ill. Like, it makes no sense. So, yeah, I don't really get what that's all about. Are you going to do any more Formula 1 streams? Jane, I love watching the Formula 1. It's very boring this season now. Max Verstappen is going to win it by a long way, so it's boring anyway. But I do quite like watching it. But no, I've got no interest in doing any streams about it again this season, to be honest with you. Let's get our attention back to this game. We'll go straight into the team news. And instantly, I suddenly feel quite hot in this jumper. If I take it off, there's nothing on underneath, which will probably please some of you. So the home team is Nottingham Forest. For some reason, the graphic that we've got has got them in blue. They are a red team. I don't know why they're not in red, but I don't know. Blame it on Drawty, I suppose. Henderson in goal. I mean, this is the thing for me. Apart from Henderson and Lingard, I don't really know who plays for them. And so Henderson in goal. Worrell, Cook, McKenna. Williams, Gibbs, White. Yes, they bought him, haven't they? O'Brien, Toffolo, Yates, Lingard, and Johnson. Brennan. I remember him from the FA Cup last year, so that must be Brennan Johnson. Colback on the bench. Surridge, Kouyaté, Dennis from Watford's on the bench as well. They're about to buy this Loddy guy. I mean, they bought a lot of players, but I still don't know most of these players. I've got to be honest. Dennis on the bench comes to mind. But Lloris, Davinson Sanchez, Dyer, Davies, Emerson Royal and Perisic, Højbjerg, Bentancur, Kulusevski, Son and Kane. Conte likes to pick the same team a lot, doesn't he? Same team as last week. I still think he should be bringing Basuma into that team. I really do. Looking at his bench, Doherty, Richarlison, Sessegnon, Forster, Spence is back on the bench against where he wasn't his old club, but he was on loan at Forest last year. Tanganga's on the bench, Sarr is on the bench, Longley and Basuma is there, who I think probably should start. Craig Pawson is the old referee. So there we go. Yeah, looking forward to this. I think it will be quite... we should get some goals. But before we talk about this, and I'm going to go with this... We'll do a little poll. You can start predicting your scoreline in the chat. Score prediction. Have you seen the scores from today? I caught the end of Wolves against Newcastle because it was at Molineux. And late, cracking goal by St. Maximin. It's the day of Max, isn't it? Max Verstappen wins the Formula 1 and St. Maximin gets a fantastic equaliser for Newcastle. You've got to see it back. It was pure technique. Went off with what looked like a bit of a hamstring problem. Vote for your winners in the chat. So you've got a poll there. Went off with what looked like a hamstring problem. But what a technique by St. Maximin. That was the only way they were going to score against Wolves. Wolves defended really well. My fantasy Premier League is in the mud, by the way. I've got Nathan Collins, clean sheet, just disappeared. But they nearly won it at the end. They hit the bar from a corner, Newcastle, and they had a very good free kick, which I think Trippier probably... I know it was on the edge, but I think he probably should have took that. And Newcastle could have nicked it. So a very impressive result for Newcastle. They've had a very good start to the season, haven't they, Newcastle? And I think in the context of the game, Wolves will be disappointed, but yeah, they're just not scoring enough goals, Wolves, are they? But that then brings me on to West Ham. 0 points from 9. They've now got 3 from 12. An essential win for West Ham. A clean sheet, a 1-0 win. But oh my God, Aston Villa. What is going on with Aston Villa? 3 losses and 1 win. They've lost to Bournemouth, they've lost to Palace, and now they've lost at home, their first loss at home. Both away losses, of course, to Palace and Bournemouth. They did beat Everton, although that was a bit of a crap game, but we did that as a watch-along on here, and now they've lost 1-0 as well. Is it time for Gerrard to go? It might be a little bit soon for Gerrard to go, but they play Arsenal on Wednesday. We'll be doing a watch-along of that, and I think it's going to be a very interesting game because I fancy Wolves to win that. 3 points from 15. The difference that Gerrard has to even Lampard and Rodgers is that he has spent money. He has got players that are in there. I just don't think he's a good fit anymore. I really don't. I've spoken to quite a few Villa fans because I'm based in the Midlands, as some of you know, and they are not happy with what is going on with Gerrard. They don't feel that he's a good fit for the club, and yeah, I think that it's a problem. It's a problem. Now, I think that Graham Potter is actually from the Birmingham area. I didn't realise that. I mean, I think that that's perfect. And Brighton fans quite rightly would say, why would he take a step down to Villa? But the difference with Villa is it's a fantastic stadium, and you will get money to spend, which Brighton just don't seem to be able to give him that. And I don't think Brighton can hold on to Potter forever. It would be like it would be like Pep Guardiola managing Wolves. Like, I really rate Potter that highly. So look, I'm not saying that's going to happen, and Brighton have been brilliant and Potter have been brilliant, but I think sooner or later that they're going to lose. I mean, Villa lost to Bournemouth. Trotters is laughing in the chat. Yeah, I think at some point Gerrard's going to get the sack. It's not worked out. And yeah, he was meant to be the next Liverpool manager. Did very well at Rangers, but Brendan Rodgers did very well at Celtic. It doesn't mean that you're going to be a good Premier League manager just because you do well at Celtic and Rangers. And he's struggling. And I've spoke to a few Wolves fans, and I don't know whether we've got any. I've spoke to a few Villa fans, and I don't know whether we've got any Villa fans in the live chat. But the Villa fans I've spoken to, and it's their club, is that they feel that the connection's just not there. Yes, Dean Smith probably did deserve to go, but there was a good connection with that manager. There doesn't feel like there's a connection between Gerrard and the Villa fans. Well, if you haven't got that connection, and there's no excuses, the players he's got in that team, he's spent good money on Coutinho's come in, they brought Kamara in, Leon Bailey, he's got Ings and Watkins. I just don't, it's not working, and I feel that they've got to get something at Arsenal on Wednesday, otherwise the pressure's going to ramp up really, really big. I'm thinking 3-0 to Spurs, and the reason Basuma isn't playing is because Conte doesn't feel he doesn't play his idea of football to start for the team, says Ryan. What did he bloody buy him for, then? What's he bought him for? Remember, we've got the stats carousel on my left. That's the team for Forest. The team for Spurs will come up next. If anyone gets a goal, there'll be a ball on their left shoulder. If they get a yellow card, you'll see that. If anyone gets subbed on, they'll have a little arrow underneath their number to say they've been subbed on. And if anyone gets sent off like Conor Gallagher yesterday, they'll have a red, and they'll sort of become a bit of a ghost because they'll disappear. We've also got the stats carousel, which will come around in a moment, where you can see the stats for the game, possession, shots, etc. They are updated by the second pretty much. And the league table that goes round is as it stands. So it will give a point to each after the first minute, but if Forest are winning, they'll get an extra 3. So it's an as it stands Premier League table. So that's all going round on my left for you this season, interchanging with live stats. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, bottom right-hand corner. You're all very, very welcome. And yeah, smash a like and get involved. It's funny, actually, I was on Talk Sport last night. Thank you, everybody who tuned in on the YouTube or listened on the radio. Players are just coming out now. I was on Talk Sport last night doing the Mark Goldbridge show from 7:30 till 9 o'clock, which is every Saturday night on Talk Sport. And I basically said Lampard for the sack race. Got an Everton fan calling in, and he was like, I don't know why people are talking about this. Everton fans are happy with Lampard. He's got a difficult job, and yeah, we don't want him to get the sack. And that's the thing. We can all have our observations, can't we, as football fans? But you never know what the feeling of the fans are. And look, it frustrates me sometimes when rival fans or non-Man United fans start casting their opinion on United matters. And apparently Everton fans are quite happy with Lampard. Well, not happy with the results, but they don't want him to get the sack. Any new Man United transfer news, says EG? Well, it's all waiting for, here we go, isn't it now? We're waiting for that deal done for Ajax and Anthony. It sounds like it's going to happen imminently, but yeah, it's just a matter of time, really. I feel it might be tomorrow now. Hope you're well, by the way, says the King. Thank you very much. And thanks everyone who's tuning in. Just as a little bit backdrop to this show, by the way, I'm just going to check something, but I need to get the timer ready. Looking forward to this game. And Mon the Forest. Come on the Forest, love an underdog, says Miss. My problem with Forest is Jesse Lingard and Dean Henderson. As a Man United fan, I just don't warm to either of them. That might be completely unfair, but I'm being completely honest. I just don't warm to them. I think Henderson has said some arrogant things about Manchester United, and Lingard, ultimately, I don't necessarily have a massive problem with Lingard, but I'm glad he's left Manchester United, is what I would say. Right, let me get my timer ready. So, and you know what? I've got to be honest. I do like Conte. And I like Son. So I don't really care who wins, but if Spurs win, I wouldn't be that bothered. Cody Gakpo news and Martin Dubravka, says Jamie Stewart. I've not heard anything about Gakpo, but I do expect Manchester United to sign Dubravka as a goalkeeper. I do expect that to happen, yes. Probably a very, very good chance of that happening. Right, I was just checking something, wasn't I? Steve Cooper has done a very good job at Nottingham Forest, and apparently they've signed 18 players, by the way. 18 players they've bought, which is absolutely amazing, isn't it? That's what I was going to check. We are currently 100 subscribers away from 748,000, so please do subscribe to the channel. Bottom right hand corner, get involved with That's Football. You're all very welcome. And we've got a lot more watch-alongs coming up now. Obviously it's been every week with the Premier League, but we've got midweek game Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll be doing watch-alongs on this channel, covering those games. And also we will be covering next weekend as well, and then the Champions League. So there's absolutely loads to get involved with. So do get involved. You're very welcome here on That's Football. Thanks for subscribing there. And let me just update this one because that one's wrong. There we go. Yeah, so I'm going to go 3-1 to Spurs. I fancy us to get a few goals today. But you know what? The way this Premier League's gone, there's quality players in that Forest team. Jesse Lingard will be hoping that he can force his way into the World Cup plans. You should just change the name to Spurs Bridge. Why am I a bloody Spurs fan, Jude? I don't know what that's all about. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we had another Leeds against Chelsea last week. I think that's the wonder of the Premier League at the moment. And I was talking about this last night, actually, that when it comes to these next few weeks, over the next, certainly September, October, the Spurs, the Chelseas of this world, and the Man Uniteds and the Liverpools and the Arsenals, they're all going to be in a position where they are playing very, very regularly. And what I mean by that is that they're playing every week and midweek. And of course, the Forests, the Fulhams, the Wolves and everyone else like that, they're going to be playing once a week. So you do wonder if these so-called lesser teams can keep their momentum going when everyone else is playing so much football. It could be an advantage for them. It really could. So let's have a look at what the poll says. 25% of you going with the Forest win, 16% going with the draw, 59% of you going with the Spurs win. And early cross in by Forest there from a free kick, but Lloris punches it away. Hi Mark, do you think if City win the Champions League it would make Pep more or less likely to stay, says Wreck-It Ralph. And Lloris jumping on another cross there. So an early bit of pressure here from Forest, and it has just started. The time is below the score just there. And as you can see, neither of the teams are in the bottom half of the table at the moment. So both doing No, Forest have got 5 points from 12. Oh, well, they've added the point because it's as it stands, isn't it? Have United found their starting 11 for the season, says Jack. Well, remember, we've got the fan forum at 7 o'clock on the United stand where we're going to be talking about transfers. Not only that, though, we'll be talking about have people readdressed where Man United are going to finish now. We've got a better chance of getting into the top 4 with the signings and the recent 2 wins. Come on, Forest, beat this one-man pub team. Mark, after our performance against Fulham, you must be worried for our visit to Old Trafford, says Zain Miassi. Arsenal next Sunday. Yeah, looking forward to it. See, Arsenal the last couple of years, Zain will tell you, they've come to Old Trafford as the favourites and not won. So I'm not worried about Arsenal coming at all because you've not taken advantage of us the last few years when at Old Trafford we always tend to do quite well against you. So I'm looking forward to that next Sunday. Kulusevski coming down the right hand side here. I mean, I've given up on my fantasy Premier League, but I do have Kulusevski. Maybe if he scores 10, I might be all right. But as I say, good start to this game. Lingard gets it on the left. Good running by Brennan Johnson. Forest have started very well here. And this is why I wanted to watch this game. I think it will be a high-tempo game. I don't think it's going to be about... I don't think it's going to be a slow game. I think both teams are going to have to keep the tempo up. Shot over the bar from outside the box there from... I think it was Gibbs White, who obviously has gone to Forest with a big reputation as well. £25 million paid to Wolves. Add-ons could knock it up to 45 million or 42 million. It's a lot of money. But the intent of Forest is clear, isn't it? They're spending the money to stay up, and I think that them and Fulham have got a chance. Bournemouth have not got a chance. I can't see it at all. Poor pass by Harry Kane there. Forest getting hold of the possession again. I don't think Man United are going to get top 4, What I would advise you to do, is not put words in my mouth and listen. I said, have United's chances of top 4 increased now that we've won 2 games and bought Casemiro and Anthony? It's a topic for the 7 o'clock show. I didn't answer it. If you want me to answer it right now, I don't think Man United are going to get top 4 this year. Spoiler alert, I don't. But there's more opinions than me on the 7 o'clock show, as you know. So I don't think Man United are going to get top 4. I think our attacking options are a joke in the sense of depth. I think that we're probably going to see Ronaldo leave this week, which will weaken us, no matter who we bring in as a replacement. I still think it's a massive work in progress for Manchester United. So, look, Man City are better than Man United. Liverpool are better than Man United. I think Arsenal are better than Man United at the moment. And that's 3 places gone. What about Spurs and Chelsea? So I think United will do very well to get top 4 this year, to be honest with you. We'll beat Bournemouth. I think we'll beat Leicester as well. Spurs on their first proper attack here. Kulusevski, he's having a look. What a ball to Harry Kane that is. And he scores as well. What a goal by Spurs. Brilliant by Kulusevski. And Harry Kane didn't seem to connect well, but it's right in the bottom corner. And it's a brilliant break by Arsenal. Not by Arsenal, by Spurs. And it was almost Arsenal-esque. What a start for Spurs. It was their first attack. It's that man Kulusevski who's in my fantasy Premier League team. And he does really well. You can see the pass, but it's all about the pass. Well, it's all about the finish as well. But look at this Kulusevski pass. To see Kane there, he takes out 7 of the Forest players, and I don't know what happens there. Why does Dean Henderson let this in? Does it deflect? It's hard to see. We'll have to see from behind. Here it comes. Lovely ball by Kulusevski. Kane, I don't know. No. There's no deflection at all. That great keeping that, isn't it? Bloody hell. I mean, I thought it deflected because there's a bounce. He actually kicks it into the ground, which takes the pace off it, and it goes in the bottom corner. That was not That was not Dean Henderson's finest moment there, I'm afraid. I tell you for free, De Gea would get pelters for letting that in. And I'm going to tweet it as well. He would. What would I have said if De Gea had let that in? In fairness, I think he's unsighted. I do think he's unsighted, but it's a very soft goal to let in because there's no power in it, and because he's kicked it into the ground and there's no deflection. It just looks a really bad goal to let in. But I did some goalkeeping, not coaching, goalkeeping classes when I was about 17. I only did it for about, I think it was about 2 months, and it was really interesting because they teach you about coming for crosses and all your angles and stuff like that. And there's not a lot you can do in that position because he's unsighted. But actually, I think he needs to get himself out of being unsighted. There's no reason for him to be unsighted. He's got to, as a goalkeeper there, the excuse is the ball goes in because he can't see. But as a goalkeeper, you've got to get yourself, like I'm even doing it in my chair now, you've got to move so you can see the shot. If he can't see the shot, that's bad goalkeeping. I tell you what, something's just got me mad in the chat. I'm going to check now. Yeah, it's an assist for Kulusevski. Someone said he didn't get the assist. It was 100% an assist. 100%. So 1-0 to Spurs. Forest has started off quite well here, but for us, the neutrals, it's great that we've got an early goal. It just makes it even more. What a cross! No one gets on the end of it, and I thought it was going to go for a corner to Forest, but it will go for a throw-in. Was a lovely cross. Good start to the game. 8 minutes. 8 minutes gone and Spurs scoring with their first attack. It was a lovely take by Harry Kane. Who says he can't score in August? Yeah, there's just no one in the box for Forest there. You'd be bloody fuming. He puts a great cross in. Nobody getting on the end of it. Absolutely nobody. But delightful pass by Kulusevski. And a lovely, oh, what a terrible free kick by Forest here. And Spurs looking to break again. They've already scored 1 goal. They've got loads of players blasting through. Goes wide. Cross is not great. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. Spurs set up to hit on the break here and looking very, very good at it. Perisic has got it. Numbers back now, but I suppose the problem with Forest is that it's just the sheer volume of players that they've brought in. He started off well though, Kulusevski, hasn't he? I don't need to sync the numbers below Spurs there. We're 9 minutes and 47 seconds into this game. Did you see Ajax manager's comments recently, says Vishal? Well, the thing, as I understand it with Anthony, is that the Ajax manager thinks that Anthony won't be sold, but the board are like it's 100 million euros. Good play by Forest on the break here. Oh, that's wild. Wild. Johnson with the shot. Tell you what, he's going to get snapped up by somebody, isn't he? That Brennan Johnson, number 20. I watched him a bit last year in the FA Cup games, and he looks like he's bulked up and progressed a lot better over the summer. Hi Mark, curious on your thoughts on American players, overhyped or getting better, says EG. Looking forward to the World Cup. Of course, we'll be doing World Cup watch-alongs on here. I'm looking forward to that because they're obviously in England's group. So, yeah, interested. I've heard a lot of things over the last year or so that the USA's team's good, the Canadian team's good. So let's bring it. Let's see what they're all about. Corner to Forest here, well over hit. G'day Mark, thoughts on Wesley Fofana as a player and his future potential for the young Frenchman, says Jonathan. I like Fofana. Yeah, good signing. I mean, look, unfortunately we live in a world where the price tag will be always mentioned. We saw it with Harry Maguire. We saw it with Pepe. We're going to see it with Anthony, and you're going to see it with Fofana. That sort of volume of money is a lot of money. I always feel it's not really the player's fault. But from what I've seen of him at Leicester, he looked like a very good buy for Leicester, and I think he will be a good signing. Lovely play here. Lloris quick off his line. Food says, I don't think he'll live up to the price. Talking about transfers, by the way, don't forget, 8 o'clock tonight. So we're live on the United Stand at 7 o'clock. Oi! Who's messing around with the controller? It's you. You're sitting on it. It's your backside. Bring it in here, please. You've just turned it off. God. Where is it? What were you doing, sitting on it? Oh, where is it now? Oh, I can't even bloody find it now. Where is it? There we go. Thought Peppa Pig was going to come on again. We're back now. I forgot what I was saying. At least we haven't missed a goal. Oh, they're coming again here, Spurs. Forest need to be careful. What a ball. Harry Kane. Is he onside? Good tackle. Good tackle. Very good tackle by the centre-back there. I don't know his name. But it was a lovely, lovely tackle. But they're springing on the break all the time here. Yeah, I suppose, I think we were talking about this. It's my last transfer hub on Talk Sport tonight. 8 o'clock. 7 o'clock on the United Stand, and then 8 o'clock on Talk Sport. It will be on the YouTube channel as well, the transfer hub. And it's the last one because the transfer window closes on Thursday. So we're talking about the last few days of the transfer window. Was Harry Kane, who was miles onside as well. So this is a fantastic tackle by the blonde centre-back of Forest. Let's have a look what name he would be. Probably, I would predict it's either... Worrell, number 4. There we go. Very good tackle. Mark, do you rather have City winning the Champions League or have an invincible season, says Pisco? What sort of question is that? I don't like those sort of things. It's not people who go, would you rather City win the quadruple or your house burn down? Like, I don't like them sort of questions. I don't think City will win the Champions League anyway. Although it will come, it does depend how good the Premier League is this year. Thanks, Renate. But a very, as predicted, a very high tempo game here, end to end stuff. It's not being played at a slow pace, and Forest have had a lot of attacks so far. They'll certainly feel they can get back into it. Hi Mark, the next signing for United would be striker or midfield if there is any, says Mohit. Well, I think they'll have to get a forward. I do think that I do think that Ronaldo's probably going to end up going, isn't he? Ben Davies coming forward again. Spurs are getting a lot of success when they hit the break and just get at the back four. I mean, Forest are in the game, but Son. Oh, God, he hit that well. We were right behind that. He's on the edge of the box. It comes to him. It hits it first time. He's got plenty of whip on it. Just a little bit too much height. Lovely hit. But yeah, Forest are attacking well. They're not really getting any. They've not really got anything in the box though. And then Spurs are very intelligently just waiting for a break in the play, and then they're hitting that back four. It's very much a perfect away performance from Spurs at the moment. All right, Seb.
Yeah.
What's my opinion on Casemiro, says Jack? Well, he's one of the best holding midfielders in the world. Let's just hope he can adapt to the Premier League. You know? I'm just tweeting it now. I think there's going to be a lot of goals in this game. Probably stay 1-0 now. How many points are you on at the moment on FPL? Don't think I've hit 50 yet. Probably just gone past 50. Some people have got some crazy scores. Lingard's good from this position. I knew he was going to shoot. It's blocked. Running at the back four on the turn. He loves it. A lot of shots from Forest from the edge of the box in this game. And I think that's what's happened. Oh, we go. It's a 3v3. Son is going to have to go wide to Kane. He does. Kane. And another good shot just wide. The Spurs will be loving this at the moment. They'll be loving this. Forest are committing men. They're having shots from the edge of the box. Spurs are picking it up and then they're just running at them 3 against 3. I think that the next goal needs to go to Forest. Otherwise, Spurs are going to be in a very strong position. A lot of people with 70 points, 84 points for Rowe. Well done. Please do subscribe, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. We're on the road to 750,000, which is 750,000. We're only 10 away from 748,000. So please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. We're only 10 away from 748k. Thank you very much for tuning in. Remember, that's football. Everybody's welcome on here. Got our live stats carousel there. That's as it stands at the moment in the league. So Forest have played 4, but they haven't played 4, and they've got 4 points. And when it goes round to Spurs, you'll see that... and their live stats as well. More possession for Forest, but Spurs just playing that intelligent on-the-break game at the moment, which is probably a little bit different to the way I thought Spurs would play. I think they've allowed... Conte's allowed the home team, some people would say a relegation candidate, to dominate the play and then hit them on the break. I think Anthony can do it in the Premier League, Benjamin. Yeah, I'm very excited about it. I don't like the price tag. I think it brings unnecessary baggage and unnecessary pressure, but I really do like Anthony, and I'm glad that it looks like he's coming to the club. I just wish we'd got it done earlier and for cheaper, but it is what it is. Let's do a poll, actually. Oh, hold on. Lingard's in the box. Cross coming in. Corner. Anthony hits or miss? Do you think he'll be a hit in the Premier League, or do you think he'll be a miss? Anthony, it's in the poll there for you to have your say. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm so surviving, keep on surviving. 1-0 to Spurs after 20 minutes. It's blown by. Still around in the box. Ooh, Davinson Sanchez got his foot there first. And now Ben Davies heads it away. And another shot from distance. And Lloris was in trouble. Comes to Brennan Johnson, tries to put another cross in. They're knocking on the door, Forest. That's a good cross. Oh my God, Perisic. Cool as you like, Perisic there. I think Lloris was a bit, what the bloody hell are you doing? And he just nodded it back to him. But it remains 1-0. I mean, Forest are very much in the game. But Spurs leading 1-0. They've narrowed that pitch at Forest, haven't they, as well? That touchline area is massive. Doesn't look a particularly narrow pitch, though, does it, really? What forward do I think Chelsea should sign? Well, Braveen, I think Chelsea are in the same position as United now. There's 4 days to go in the transfer window. It's very difficult to start talking about buying a good forward with 4 days to go. I think anybody who's had a organised summer transfer window would already have that forward in, considering we've had 4 games so far. So I think Aubameyang's about as good as it's going to get for you, really. I mean, if you could get a Leao or an Osman, fantastic, but they're very difficult deals to do. Kane's getting caught on the ball a lot, you know. Lovely ball out to Kulusevski. Takes it well. He's playing really well at the moment, Kulusevski. Feeds it. Oh, good interception by that Worrell. Very, very good pace to this game. Osman, get the money on the table, says Ludwig. It cost 100 million euros at least. Yeah, it's going to be a big game. It's going to be a big week of games, isn't it? I mean, I'm just thinking about the 3 managers that are probably under the most pressure at the moment. Brendan Rodgers, well, he's playing Man United on Thursday. Steven Gerrard at Arsenal on Wednesday. And Frank Lampard at Ellen Road on Wednesday. I think if any of those managers lose, the pressure's just going to become immense. If we play AAA front 3, imagine a A-team tune going off in Old Trafford. Bad feeling we won't be getting a forward or a centre midfielder, says SK. And I'm 23, have leukemia, and your videos have gotten me through so much, and I will always be behind you and United. Glazers out, says Wells Davis. Well, lovely message there, Wells David, and I hope you get well soon. Obviously, it's a horrible illness to have, and thoughts with you, but thanks. And I'm glad that you enjoyed the chat, and I'm sure the community, and certainly I enjoy having you here as well. Fantastic little game we've got going on here, though. 23 minutes gone, 1-0 to Spurs, and as games of football go, it's not dull. Lots going on. Some lovely messages in there for David as well, as expected from this chat that we have. I'm on TalkSport tonight at 8 o'clock. It's my last Transfer Hub show. So, yeah. It'll be live on YouTube, yeah. Oh, cross comes in. What, another good cross into the box. I mean, that's the second time in 20 minutes we've seen Forest put a cross across the 6-yard box, and there's just nobody near it. They've got to commit. They need somebody who's going to... well, it's the old classic penalty box striker, isn't it? You need somebody who's going to gamble on these crosses. It's hard, says somebody. I'll come back to that now. It's hard to live up to 85 million, so I think he'll do well, but not perform like a player who's worth 85 million, says Stat. I'm 23. I've done that one from David. There was another one I needed to read. It's whizzed through, hasn't it? Son. Poor pass by Son there. He should have got that to Kulusevski. Son's not really got going this season yet as well. Same as Salah. Both got the golden boot. How's Morgan Gibbs-White looking? Miss him at Sheffield United, says Ear. I don't think there's anybody who's playing particularly bad at the moment. Like I say, it's been a good game to watch, 25 minutes in. Talking about Gibbs-White, he's just picked it up there. No, it's not. It's Brennan Johnson, isn't it? I think he's number 20, isn't he, Gibbs-White? Let me just double check. Yeah, no, he's not. He's number 10. Brennan Johnson's number 20. Yeah, he's been quite lively, actually. No matter who we sign, Glazers sell now. Love the show, says Ant's Football and DJing. Thanks, Ant. Hope you're doing well. Gibbs-White there. Liverpool going for Lema, frustrating as a United fan. Yeah, it'd be very good signing for them, Akshay. Literally recommended to Man United by Ranić, and United have just gone nowhere near that deal because they don't want to do anything that Ranić recommended. How petty is that? But that's how Manchester United are run. My score prediction was 3-1, Fraser. 3-1. And on Anthony, you've all voted. Well, not all of you, but 5,000 have voted on Anthony on our current poll. Will he be a hit or a miss? 62% of you going with a hit and 38% going with a miss. Just got in a big car accident. Luckily, only my wrist was fractured and the others weren't hurt. Love your videos, says Ian. Ian, thank you. I'm glad to hear that you're well. And hopefully it's not your dominant wrist. Lema's only 25. You're right. Yeah. Rodrigo. Yeah, shout out to Ian. Need some water. It's getting a bit muggy. Game settled a little bit. It was a bit frenetic the first 20 minutes, but it settled a little bit now. Just waiting for the stats to go round. Oh, that's a bad pass by Kulusevski. Brennan Johnson with the shot, cross. Oh, here we go. This could be it. Oh, he can't get a shot off. Brennan Johnson out-muscled there and Lloris will clear it. He's looked quite good, that number 7. Is he from Liverpool, is he? Nico Williams. He's looked all right, yeah. He has looked all right. Mark, can you call my mates Nishant and Kunal Prats, says Vishal. There we go. Gordon for 60 million, Jaden. I saw something today that Chelsea are willing to give Everton, Conor Gallagher and Broha plus 20 million for Gordon. I'd do it. I'd actually, if I was an Everton fan, I'd drive Gordon down now. You need a goal scorer and Conor Gallagher's good. You get 25 million plus Broha and Conor Gallagher for Gordon. Where's the Uber? Come on. Landon, opinions on Haaland and City yesterday. 2-0 head start and they still win 4-2. We saw it at Newcastle last week, didn't we? They're 3-1 down and then they're 3-3 in no time. Even a 2-goal lead over City isn't enough these days. I predicted them to win the Premier League and I predicted Haaland to win the Golden Boot. I also said I think they're vulnerable, and they are vulnerable, but the problem is they're still too good when they're vulnerable. Oh, lovely play here. Good tackle, but Kane still got it. Some of Spurs' link-up play on the counter has been very good. Another good cross there, but no one's read that. And Spurs will just slow this down as we approach the half an hour stage. Tongo says this game's boring. Mate, I don't think football's for you, mate. I think it's been a cracking game. Really good tempo. If you want to talk boring, Villa West Ham. Dreadful game. I had a curry last night, VK, 4K Virtual World. Yeah, it was nice as well. Chicken pakora, tikka masala, a few poppadoms, garlic naan, pilau rice, and sag paneer. And then I had a bit of, the kids have a korma, so I had a little bit, but korma really for me. Kulusevski, ooh, good block. I get excited when Kulusevski's on it because I have got him in my fancy Premier League team. Right, Forest have got a bit of a break now. So it's not a good enough cross that, although Lloris did have to stretch. Lingard was there. Yeah, korma is a boring curry, but the thing is, you get the korma for the kids. I watched the Formula 1. It was a bit boring. Jeannie says he's starting to regret having Dyer in his fantasy Premier League team because Forest are all over Spurs. Yeah, but they haven't really looked like scoring yet. They've had a few shots and they've had a lot of possession, but they've not really done anything with it. Do you think Man United will get Cody Gakpo, says Jamie? No. Hi Mark, was about to say how I'm upset me and the missus broke up today, but David's comment really put things into perspective. Get well soon, mate, and all the best. Thanks for making me smile, Mark, says Luke Maguire. Thank you very much, Luke, for the super chat. Son's onside here. Good save by Henderson. He was offside. It was a one-on-one. I think he knew he was offside anyway, to be fair. Good save by Henderson, but I think Son knew he was offside. Yeah, he knew he was offside there, didn't he? It was the finish of a man who knew he was offside, I think. I also fractured my wrist at work, says Lifestyle. We won't say how he did it, but it wasn't working. Easy Tottenham win, says Yet. All midweek games are on BT, Mark. Any watch-alongs, says Mike. Yes, I was just sort of waiting to see what games were going to be the featured games, because it's all right saying I'm going to watch this, I'm going to watch that. Tuesday night, I think I will do Southampton-Chelsea at 7:45. And on Wednesday night, I'll probably do Arsenal-Villa. And then keep an eye on Liverpool-Newcastle at 8 o'clock. So yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with That's Football. I'll keep an eye on Leeds Everton. I can have two screens on, you know. I haven't looked at the Champions League fixtures yet. I'll have a look at them in a minute. Forest are on the attack here. Cross comes in. They're queuing up. Just wide. That was probably their best chance there. Johnson did get his head on it. Just wide. Wasn't far off. I think they've been good value for a goal, but next goal's going to be key, isn't it? Mark, should United consider Broha this summer? Wow, Bryce. It's like United fans saying we should have got Jesus. It's just sometimes you've got to look at the actual intelligence of a deal. Lingard's got a pass here, and he does. This is Williams, and that's terrible. I was bigging him up a couple of minutes ago. Absolutely terrible. Yeah, so Bryce Jones says, Mark, should United consider Broha this summer? If Ronaldo leaves, I think he would be a nice variation. The problem is, Bryce, it's like saying we should have got Jesus. He's a Man City player. And when Chelsea are not going to give us a striker. They're not. They'll give Everton Broha because Everton aren't a direct rival to Chelsea. But they're not going to. Chelsea are not going to give us a forward that might start scoring a load of goals and knock them out of the top four. I don't rate Gordon much either, Finley. I think he's an interesting young talent, but I don't get the Chelsea fascination with it. I don't know whether we've got any Chelsea fans, but what are your thoughts on Gordon? It's almost like he's being. It's almost like he's being treated like the next Wayne Rooney, and maybe he is. I haven't seen loads of him. Maybe he is, but I just don't get why you'd give Everton 25 million and Broha and Conor Gallagher. It just seems a bit like I don't get it. I think it surprised a lot of people in the football world as well. Jordan says it's money laundering, pure and simple. I don't think it's that, but it is a bit weird. Forest are trying to play like Brighton, but something is missing to Sharath Kamath fitness. I mean, to be honest, they've bought 18 players, mate, so it's probably just chemistry. Still Forest dominating the possession here, and they're on the attack again. You think Arsenal will stay undefeated versus United, says George. I would expect Man United to win that. We're at Old Trafford. Harry Kane here on the break. Needs a bit of support. Hasn't really got anybody with him as he goes down the left-hand side. Has to come all the way back to Perisic. Jordan says it might be a case of Bowley just wants to spend money. Ronaldo to Napoli. Check Twitter. I can't see anything credible. What do you think of Lingard's season so far, says ARW? I don't think he's going to the World Cup, is he? I think there'd have to be a lot of injuries. And surely that's what he was looking to do. I mean, I do think he should have gone to West Ham, but the money was probably very good. And it's only a one-year deal, isn't it? So he can go somewhere else in a year's time. You just get paid for a year and then you have a look at your options next summer, don't you? Is that Lodi, who's coming in from Atletico Madrid? Hi, Mark. He's going to join on loan from Atletico Madrid. Yeah, Lodi. Hi, Mark. Would you like us to do a swap deal for Ronaldo and Osimhen and an additional fee? Also, my fish just drowned, but these streams help. Thanks, says Charlie Martin. How does a fish drown? Here's Emerson running at the back four. He needs to go wide to... Oh, it's a terrible ball. Perisic will keep it in, though. And he skips past one. He's done well. Still got it. Perisic. Him to Emerson. Kulusevski. Still on the attack here. Harry Kane. Puts a cross in. No one's going to get on the end of that. What was the question anyway? United can't do a swap deal with Napoli because there's no such thing as a swap deal. It's a £100 million player that we tried to be swapping with for 37-year-old Ronaldo. You can't do that. A fish actually can drown. Yeah. If you pull them backwards. Five minutes to half time. It's flown by this first half. I think Forest have got to try and get somebody who can get in the box. It's almost like to the final third they're okay. I believe Ronaldo is staying. What about you, Mark? Says the pro. I think he's going. I'm 60% he's going. Breb. There's a lot of people who think the Sporting Lisbon thing's true. Oh, Harry Kane just ran into trouble there. So 1-0 to Spurs. Lovely goal. Well, lovely build-up in the goal. But it's Forest who've been the better side, to be honest. But they've just not been able to forge the goal so far. David Ornstein, talking about Aubameyang, says there are some inquiries about Pierre Aubameyang from Man United, but nothing is developing on that front. It's just as if they decide to strengthen further in attack, and if they have the money after the Anthony deal gets done. I think Aubameyang will probably end up in a blue Chelsea shirt, really, don't you? Oh, over the bar. Over the bar from Gibbs White. Came to him on the edge of the box. Didn't get his body over it. Where are you? There we go. Goodbye. There's a good opportunity for Gibbs White, actually. Bit the same as Son about half an hour ago. On the edge of the box. No one's really near him. Pick your spot over the bar. Do I want Ronaldo to stay, says Preben? Yes, I do. Yeah. It's a gift having Cristiano Ronaldo at your club. Of course I do. Even nicely poised this game though. I'm enjoying it. Could Sessegnon make the World Cup squad? Well, it's a great point, and there is definitely an opportunity in the left back position, because if you look at England's left backs, Chilwell and Luke Shaw, neither of them are sure of going to the World Cup at the moment. I'd say Chilwell probably will go, but he's not starting at the moment. Cucurella is, maybe he's injured again, and Luke Shaw's not starting either. So, I mean, look, Southgate's been using Trippier at left back. You've got to have a left-footed player, haven't you? You've got to have a left-footed player at left back. It's ridiculous not to. Southgate does pick on reputation. Well, Southgate's going to have a problem if it carries on, because Cody's playing at Everton in a relegation battle. Maguire's sat on the bench. Mings, I think, is injured again. I mean, these are all bloody Southgate's favourites, aren't they? And yet he's got people like Eric Dyer, Ben White, John Stones, Tomori, who are all going to be mixing it up in the Champions League and are doing well. So he'll probably take Mings, Cody and Maguire. And will he take Dyer, White, Tomori? Probably not. Gomez as well? Yeah, it's a good point. Spurs on the attack here. Go wide to Harry Kane. Just a bit overhit that cross. And it'll go for a goal kick. I mean, there's other players as well. I mean, that Crystal Palace centre-back's doing well, isn't he? And I'm not talking about the Danish one, Anderson, who's been brilliant. I'm talking about Guehi, he's good. Mark, Donny isn't getting enough minutes, even under Ten Hag. Does that mean Ollie was right all along, says Ansham? I think people are getting over the top about the Donny van der Beek thing. The problem is, we have been playing, everybody's been playing one game a week. But from this week, you start to play twice a week. Donny van der Beek is not asking to leave. So I think that Donny will see how it goes this year and see what happens. But look, Bruno got a very important goal yesterday, and Eriksen played, but neither of them were superb. I still think there's an opportunity that if Donny gets a starting chance and he takes it, he could get in the team. It's like comments like that. Jamie says Richarlison hasn't even started yet. What a waste of money. But Bassuma's not starting. Spence isn't starting. Longlay's not starting. Spurs have played one game a week. It's hard to rotate your team when you're playing one game a week. But Spurs play midweek, then they play at the weekend, then they're in the Champions League, then they play at the weekend. So this is when you're going to start to see rotation. It's too early in the season to start saying this player's a flop, this player's not playing, because there has to be rotation. Has to be. 1 minute added on before half time. Looks like it's going to be 1-0 at half-time, and just that clinical... Well, you say clinical, I think the keeper's got to do better, but it was a very clinical counter-attack by Spurs, and obviously they currently lead 1-0 here as we approach half-time. Deservedly so, because although I think Forest have had a much better possession, most of their shots have been from long range. Lingard's been quite quiet. Gibbs White and Brennan Johnson have looked lively. But apart from that, they don't look like they're a massive goal threat so far. It's my first time watching them this season. I've watched Spurs, I think I've watched Spurs 3 times now, and Spurs, you can see the rhythm, you can see the plan. It's defence based on a. I still don't think the Spurs front three is fluid in their attack at the moment. But when you've got players of that quality that can be clinical, it makes it very, very difficult, doesn't it? So let's have a quick look at the graphics here. What do we got? Pause it on that. Okay. So half-time stats look like this. 59% possession for the home team, Forest, 41% to Spurs, 9 shots to 5, most of them coming from outside the box, as you can see, because they've only both had one on target. And the one on target was for Forest was that one from miles outside the box. So obviously the goal was the one on target for Spurs. 2 corners for Forest, 330 passes to 232. Their pass accuracy has been better. They've made more tackles and they've made more fouls. So they've definitely been the more busy side. But I think it's almost playing into Spurs' hands at the moment. It's a little bit too simplistic for Spurs. They're defending well, looking to counter. And I think they'll be feeling if they can get the second goal, the game will probably be over. But Kung Fu says, are Spurs a little bit boring? They weren't. The thing about Spurs is they weren't. It's not. I don't think it's something you can just level at Conte and say Spurs are boring under Conte. He's a Mourinho type. Because to be fair, from last January to last May, they had Son, Kulusevski, and Kane had the most goal contributions than anybody. So I think they have started the season off a little bit boring, to be fair. But I don't think it's necessarily what Spurs are about. I don't really get it. I don't really get it. They are maybe that. I don't know. Maybe they just lack a bit of fluidity at the moment. But Harry Kane with the goal, yeah, and that's where we're at the moment. Somebody just said, "Can we play either or?" So yeah, I'm happy to do that if you chuck me some suggestions. Are Manchester United going to get Anthony? Says Ranu. Yes, and literally parking the bus in every game, says Irish Jags fan. And Daniel says, we're winning, so what? John says they lack a bit of passion. And a few people saying Spurs are boring. But no, I think it's been a good game. I think that the reason it's been a good game is that Forest have really tried to make things happen. And therefore, they're leaving the door open a bit for the break, which is obviously where the goal came from. But I suppose it is interesting in one sense that Spurs are playing a team that, all right, they've bought a lot of players, but were predicted to go down, and they're coming away from home, Spurs, and they're going, even I'm bored. The Spurs are sort of going, look, we're going to sit back and hit you on the break. And Lookman says Spurs have been a bit lucky. I think they'd be very happy with 7 points from the first 3 games. I thought the Wolves game was a good game to win because it could have been a draw. I think the Chelsea game was a good game to draw because they could have easily lost. They deserved to beat Southampton, but instead of having 7 points, they could have had 4 points. So, yeah, I think Spurs are in contrast to Arsenal at the moment because Arsenal have had a very, very good start to the season and they've played some good stuff. I don't think Spurs have hit their groove yet, and I expected them to do that today. I expected Spurs to play with a little bit more freedom, but they haven't. They've played similarly to their first few games. Solskjaer is the choice. Is there Solskjaer? This is your chance to get the Villa job, says Tuna. And Matt, I don't think anyone would give Solskjaer a job in the Premier League. I'd be very surprised if they did. Excuse my salmon shorts. And Forest should work it into the box a little bit more, says Oliver T. Well, they put a couple of good crosses in, but there's nobody in the box looking to commit. And do you think United will go for Gakpo, says Adwi? Well, he's spoken after the PSV game today, hasn't he, Gakpo? And I think he's just sort of said, look, interest is nothing new. I just focus on my job. Spurs are a bit of a second half team anyway, says Benjamin. Ipswich fan here. Do you know any Ipswich players, says Philip? Chris Kiwamya? Jason Dazelle? Is that right? John Walk? All 3 newly promoted clubs stay up. Everton, Leicester and Bournemouth look horrendous, says Aaron. Someone going to tell Aaron that Bournemouth are a newly promoted club. Aaron, Bournemouth are going down. And there's no easy games in the Premier League, says Kung Fu, apart from Bournemouth. Tottenham look very dangerous on the break, says Uncle. And style of football would you rather have, Arteta or Conte at United, says Anthony. Well, now that we're seeing what Arteta's all about, I probably would prefer it. But yeah, here we go then. I've not had any either ors in the chat, so who will finish higher? I'll start one. Conte, Arteta. Who's going to finish above who this season? Spurs or Arsenal? Conte or Arteta? That's your first either or. I'll get it going in the chat for you. No messing about. Bournemouth are a newly promoted team, says Michael. So as a non-football playing side, Spurs are effective so far, says Patrick. And Poch's replacement at Leicester. It depends if Poch wants to come back to the Premier League, really, doesn't he? And would he want to take the Spurs job? There's the goal for Kane again. That's just really weird goalkeeping by Henderson. Really, I don't know why he's not got himself sighted. It's a bit of an odd one. But yeah, I mean Pochettino would have got the United job if Ten Hag hadn't got it. So would he go from PSG to Leicester? How desperate is he to get back into football? Because that's not a good. You've got to go some to go to Leicester and be successful. I mean, Rodgers has won an FA Cup there. I mean, I know Ranieri won the league there, but it's becoming more and more unlikely that Leicester will ever win a league title again, isn't it? So, yeah, I think that I think it's got to be the right environment for Pochettino, hasn't it? I don't know. It depends how desperate he is to get back into the job, really. It's very close between Arteta and Conte. Get your votes in there. Everton for Pochettino, says Jacob. I think Arsenal can win the league. Do you agree, says Philippe? It's too early. Way too early to say. I think if you wanted me to answer now, I'd say no. But I don't think it's impossible. But I do think it's a bit early to start talking about winning the league title for Arsenal. I mean, look, the challenge for Arsenal is beat Villa on Wednesday, which I think they will. They've got 15 points out of 15. Go to Old Trafford and win. And then suddenly people will start saying Arsenal could win the league because they've got 6 out of 6. They've been to Old Trafford and won. That's their first big game of the season, really, isn't it? That's the challenge for Arsenal this time next week, to beat Man United, beat Villa on Wednesday and have 18 points from 18. Then I think people would say, can they do it? Because suddenly it's not just... I mean, I've seen loads of teams start the season well. Over the years, I've seen Villa be up there. I've seen Leicester years ago be up there. So you know teams can start the season well, but it's really interesting. I was talking about Anthony today on the United Stand and saying that we got told on early June from Brazilian people, let's leave it at that Man United were in for Anthony and it was going to hit the UK press, and we did a video on it on June the 10th, and 3 days later it hit the UK press. Got told around the same time that Sterling was going to Chelsea before anybody else, and Sterling did end up going to Chelsea. Also got told around the same time that Tielemans is going to go to Arsenal in the last few days of the transfer window. So, and I've been saying that for a very long time. I've been saying it on national radio, on Talk Sport as well. So I think for Arsenal, it's a bit like what happened in January. The race for top 4 in January was really Man United, Arsenal, Spurs and West Ham. And I said, whoever buys in this window will probably get top 4. Arsenal didn't buy, United didn't buy, and Spurs got Kulusevski and Bentancur on loan and ended up getting top 4. Similar thing, I think, for Arsenal now. Are they title contenders? Probably not. But if they did get 1 or 2 players of quality in the last few days of the transfer window, squad rotation is where Arsenal will struggle, playing Thursday, Sunday, and the sheer volume of games. It's a World Cup year. If they get Tielemans and another, then that's just 2 more quality players into the mix. So if I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be looking for that in the last few days of the window, because ultimately I think your starting 11, when everybody's ready, is capable. I said this the other day. I think if people are saying, Arsenal have played nobody yet, but I think they wouldn't have minded playing a Liverpool or a Man City at the moment, because they'd give them a game. And I think their starting 11 can give anyone a game, but the problem is, can they give everyone a game when the squad gets stretched a little bit? And I suppose that would be the disappointing thing as an Arsenal fan, is that if you don't get a couple more players in the next week, you'll always wonder what if. If Ronaldo leaves, should we go for Aubameyang, Depay, Gakpo? Not a true striker. Cavani on Arnautovic again. No one, as usual. Well, you've got to get somebody in, but it's just very late to do it. Arnab says, what's the next realistic signing for Manchester United in your opinion? Well, Anthony, Dubravka, and probably some desperation striker, really. Maybe Depay, maybe Aubameyang. Yeah, I don't think we'll go for Gakpo because it'd be too expensive. Conte will finish above simply because of the Perisic signing, the complete winger defensively and offensively. Criminal the Glazers never bought him in, says Tamba. So let's have a look at this. I'll give it a little bit more. We've got our first either or at half time is who will finish higher, Conte with Spurs or Arteta with Arsenal. Arteta's got 51% of the vote at the moment, but Conte's got 49% of the vote at the moment. So I'll give it 10 seconds and then we can vote. Close the vote. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So Arteta wins it with 51% of the vote. Just been asked another question, which is quite good. England keeper. I like this. So let's put Ramsdale, Pickford, or Pope. I think they're the three, aren't they? So we'll go into that and you can have your say on that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, by the way. Everyone's welcome on That's Football. Bottom right-hand corner to do it. We are on the road to 750,000, 750,000. What a community. We're currently on 748,000, so please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner to do that. And thank you very much. I just need to change that, actually, while we're chatting away. So England goalkeeper for me. I mean, I don't want to say, actually, because obviously that's me manipulating the vote, which I don't want to do. But I do have strong feelings on it. A few people saying Dean Henderson. Mate, no, you can't just go to Forest in August and then get in the World Cup squad. Pickford's going to be Southgate's number one. We all know that. But on opinion, I think it should be a little bit different. And Ramsdale has been fantastic. And Pope's looking very good as well. So there's three goalkeepers there. I mean, we all know that Southgate's going to go with Pickford. But I personally think that Pope is probably the better one. But it's interesting because in the chat, by quite a long way, 49% of you with Ramsdale at the moment, 15% with Pickford, and 36% with Pope. But the interesting thing there is that most people don't think it should be Pickford. I like Pope, I do. I think I'd go with Pope, but I certainly don't disagree with people going for Ramsdale over Pickford. So, but I do like Pope. I think he's a very good goalkeeper. But yeah, not Pickford for me. Not Pickford for me. And again, look, even if Dean Henderson does do well, that's I just don't think he's up there with Pickford or Ramsdale or sorry. I don't really rate Pickford, so that would be unfair. But I don't put him up there with the likes of Pope and Ramsdale at the moment. Dennis warming up. Awoniyi from Union Berlin as well, who's a striker. They've got striking options, haven't they? Dennis, 20 million from Watford. Awoniyi from Union Berlin for 17.5 million. There's two striking options there that they've not gone for, and they really have missed a striker, I think, in that first half. They really have. Let's close the poll then. So Ramsdale's won that one. Somebody said you should do Golden Boot. There's no point. Absolutely no point. I think at this moment, Haaland would win that one 100%. 100%. What's the difference between this and Nuno's Spurs, says Deep 11? I'll tell you what the difference is between this and Nuno's Spurs is that you're playing in the Champions League and you've got 10 points at the moment from 12. Results. Carlo says Kyle Walker, Trent, Reece James or Trippier at right back. Carlo, I think the more important thing is, and I'm happy to do that poll. Let's do it. I like that. The interesting thing for me is that who's going to play at left back? So right back poll for you there. Who should be England's right back? Get involved in the poll. Second half's just about to start here. Let me just start the clock. 45 minutes to go. 1-0 to Spurs. Interesting first half. Referee, 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 referee. We move. No subs at half time. me just start the carousel again. Where is it? There we go. So that will update in the second half. When people come off, there'll be an arrow on them to say that they've come on. And obviously yellow cards, etc. will be shown on there. No yellow cards so far, so that's quite surprising in a Premier League 45 minutes. No yellow cards so far. Referee's letting it flow. And as you can see, Harry Kane has got a ball on his shoulder. It's hard to see with the white, but he has got a ball on his shoulder. He is the goal scorer. Kulusevski with the assist. The low England right back, says Shane. If you know, you know. But here we go again. Spurs looking to break again. Kulusevski. Good tackle. Anshaman says, Mark, it'll be interesting to see whether Southgate picks Maguire in the international break if he continues to stay on the bench. 100% he will. 100% he will. Because Maguire will play before the international break. He might play Carabao Cup or Europa League, or yeah, so he'll definitely get picked. Of course he will. Mark, Joe Hart should be in the England squad. At least I promise he's been absolutely unreal for Celtic in Europe, says Jordan. I think Joe Hart's days in an England shirt are over. Do what Pep does. James at right back and Walker at left back, says Gog. I think Southgate probably will end up putting Trippier or Kyle Walker at left back, to be honest. I mean, I find it ridiculous. Right-footed left backs. But and people will say, well, Cancelo. But Cancelo's got a lovely left foot as well. That's a bad ball. Lloris will pick that up. Zach says, I think Lingard could go to the World Cup. I think there'd have to be a lot of injuries for Lingard to go to the World Cup. I mean, Grealish, Foden, Mount, they're all ahead of him. Yeah, I can't. He's an attacking midfielder as well. He's not a midfielder, so yeah, I can't see how he gets in. Pace by Son there, but Worrell blocks him off. Reguilon's going to Atletico Madrid. It's a weird one, Reguilon. I actually quite liked Reguilon, and I thought he was quite good for Spurs. I don't know whether he's fell out with Conte or just Conte doesn't like his style, but I always thought Reguilon was actually quite a decent player for Spurs. I don't watch him week in, week out, but Davinson Sanchez, good tackle there. Looking forward to the World Cup, though. We will be doing all the watch-alongs on here, so make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. And Graham Potter instead of Southgate. I think Southgate I think Southgate will probably just manage England until he's 90. I just think he's such a conservative manager. Like, he's always going to qualify, he's always going to get out the group, and he's never going to win anything. And the football is crap. And I just don't think, I can't see what he'd do. He's also got an amazing set of players. I just can't see what he'll do to get the sack. Kulusevski down the right-hand side. Another break from Spurs here. He's running into the box. Has a look. Lays it back. Kane. Blocked. Should have hit it first time. Didn't need to take a touch. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to see Southgate go, because I think he's done as much as he can do. I think we're just going to keep going to every tournament and not win it. And I think it is a generation of England players that are good enough to win. We should have won the Euros. So I'd love to see Southgate go after the World Cup. I'd love to see Southgate come out and say, this is my last tournament, but he won't do it because he'll never get a job in the Premier League, and he's still quite young, isn't he? I mean, Southgate, he's got to be about, he can only be about 50. He could be here for another 20 years. I just can't see how he gets sacked. 51. He's only 51. Crystal Palace, Mitchell and Chilwell left back, says Anthony. It's a shame for Luke Shaw, because I like Luke Shaw, but his form has fell off a cliff. It really has. That's a lovely ball into the box there. Cross to the back post. They're queuing up. Headed. Whoa! That could have been a goal for Forest from Yates. Cross came in. Free header. Lloris is stood on his spot on the line. Lovely angled run. Gibbs White with the cross. Does really well, Gibbs White here. Whips the cross in. It's lovely up for Yates. And if he's on target, that's in. But it's not on target, so it's not. What would it take for you to support Southgate, Randall? Well, I always support England. I'm English, but I don't rate him as a coach. I just don't think he's... I just can't see how he's... I just can't see how he becomes good, to be fair. His whole coaching is just basic. Some people really like Southgate. He's got songs about him and all sorts, and I get the feel-good factor, but would he get a job in the Premier League at any other club? No. Side note, did you see Pogba's brother's video about how he's going to expose his own brother, his brother's lawyer, and Mbappe? Strange. I saw something YUFC, but I think it's always a bit sad when family are going to expose family. It's a bit... That's wrong, isn't it? Would love to see Dunk Webster in the England squad, always putting on professional performances every week, says the L dude. Yeah, he'd never do it, though. Mark, I think it should be Depay we'd bring in over Aubameyang, says Sam. Oh, Harry Kane does well here. Still a lot of work to do. He's on the wing. Whips a cross in. Perisic. Ooh, on the volley. Would have been a worldie if he'd scored, but it's got too much height on it. Way over the bar. Let's have a look at this right-back situation. How you've been voting. Who should be England's right-back? 30% with Trent, 48% with Reece James, 14% Walker and 8% Trippier. Yeah, I think Reece James is the most rounded, all-rounded one, isn't he? He's not as good as Trent going forward, but he is good going forward, and he can defend. So I think Reece, I'd probably go Reece James. I think Trent Alexander-Arnold's brilliant, by the way, but Reece James is more rounded as a right-back, isn't he? Do you think Anthony debuts against Arsenal, says Ruddy? Probably. Lovely cross. Oh, what happened there then? What happened there then? Looks like it's a red card. I think he's going to send him off. This cross comes in and somebody palms it away and it looks like it's Henderson, but it's not. It's the Forest defender. Cross comes into the back post. Oh, he's got to go. That's a straight red card. I don't know what he's doing there and why he's done it. Cross comes in, back post, and he palms it away with his hand. And it's not the goalkeeper. He'll surely get sent off for that. Harry Kane can't believe it. We can't believe it, Harry. We can't believe it. Cross to the back post. I think it's Cook. Jumps up. There's hand movement. I just can't see how you don't send him off. It's definitely a penalty. VAR is being monitored, but I'd keep walking to the touchline, mate. I think you're off. It's not given a red yet. Trying to say he's being fouled. Penalty's being given. Why would it not be a red card? Double jeopardy, maybe? Is it double jeopardy? Deliberate handball? Oh, I don't know the rules this side. I don't know the rules. VAR doesn't think it's a penalty. Deliberate handball, surely. Ball wasn't going in. It's a penalty to Spurs. VAR. Denial of a goal scoring opportunity. Well, Harry Kane's about to head it in. I think it's a red. It's definitely going to be a red, but I've never seen anything like it. It's a cross by Perisic, and he palms it off Harry Kane's head. Like this hand movement. It's got to be a red. Yeah, he's moved his hand to tip it over the bar. It's a blatant red. You've got to send him off for that. It's blatant. I'm sorry, that's a red card. Penalty given. And he's given a yellow. Oh my God. That is a joke. How is that not a red? That is a joke. You can see his hand movement. Henderson saves the penalty again. Well, that's the problem when you miss the penalty, isn't it? It remains 1-0. A good save by Dean Henderson from the penalty. He's gone the same way as Declan Rice. And I think the referee's got this right. Look at him with his cap. Again, look. What a show-off. Rubbish penalty by Harry Kane. Good save by Dean Henderson. 2 hands on it. I'm stunned by the penalty decision. Absolutely stunned that there's no red card there. The game's gone. The game's gone. Absolute gone. I can't believe his hand went like that. He actually twisted his hand. And then Forest nearly go and score at the other end. Tell you what, I'm not even a Spurs fan, and I'd be bloody fuming. I'd be absolutely fuming. His hand went like that to twist it away. He turns his hand and goes like that. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. If you've captained Harry Kane, yeah. Somebody just said Connor's captain Harry Kane. Well, he did score one, so he's cancelled it out. Game is finished, says Ryan. It was a red card all day long. I'll tell you what. It's got a good atmosphere now, hasn't it? Good atmosphere. Tempers are starting to fray a little bit. Dean Henderson's made 2 penalty saves. Yeah, it's a good penalty save. The first goal was on him though. They're losing because of him. So you can all say Dean Henderson's the GOAT as much as you like. They're 1-0 down because of him. The goal was completely crap. Crap goalkeeping on that, but he saved the penalty, so I suppose it's 1-1. Ramsdale's the best English goalkeeper, says Must Play. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. The ball isn't going in the goal. No, it's landing on it's landing on Harry Kane's head to head into the goal. It was the red card was reviewed for the denial of a goal scoring opportunity, which it was going to land on his head. He was going to go like that. I don't mind when the rules are clear, but Harry Kane has missed the penalty and the player that's cost him a goal is still on the pitch. Harry Kane is about to nod it in with his head. The defender palms it away and then he misses the bloody penalty. He's had a goal. He's been deprived of a goal scoring opportunity. Steve Cook makes a good save. Shame he's a centre-back, says Lars. He loves himself, Dean Henderson, doesn't he? Look at him. He's the founding member of his own fan club. Oh well, look, makes the game more interesting. Half an hour to go. I think Forest have played quite well, to be fair, but Conte doesn't look very happy. And he didn't get a red because a penalty was given, says Annie. Oh, is it? I don't know. I don't know the rules. Is it double jeopardy again? I don't know. Why did the review? Well, no, that's not what. No, you're wrong, mate. You're absolutely wrong because the penalty had already been given. They reviewed the red card for the denial of a goal scoring opportunity. So you're wrong. It's not double jeopardy. It's not double jeopardy at all. The penalty had been given, and they reviewed on VAR whether a red card should be given as well. So you're wrong. Steve Cook did the same thing when he played for Bournemouth and was sent off, says Thomas. It's gone. We've got to move on. We've got to move on. There's a lot of yellow cards now. Forest have picked up 3 in the last 5 minutes. The hand of Cook, says Rush. I'm glad I read that well. Rush has done a super chat saying the hand of Cook. And I nearly read it as something completely different. Dirty mind. Mark, how many hours you work every day? Amazing. Really appreciate the effort, says Disaster. I've not worked that much today, mate. To be fair, I was just trying to think. I've only done a morning show in this today. I've been quite... it's been quite a relaxing Sunday so far. Although I am on TalkSport later. If you want to call in, I love the call-ins. TalkSport at 8 o'clock tonight. Goldbridge Transfer Hub. It is the Transfer Hub, but we take other questions as well. So if you want to call in and do that, you're very welcome. Lovely ball by Son. They're onside. Back post cross. Good defending. Son, lay it off. Lay it off. He celebrates. Dean Henderson celebrates every save. He's just made another save and he's going like this again. I think he's trying to get the crowd up. I might have misread the room with him. Still think Ronaldo should stay this season with the attack going somewhat better, or do you think attack will go dry? I think Ronaldo's going to leave, Kieran. I do think he's going to... I don't really know where he's going to go, but I do think he's going to leave. I think he... a few people have told me the Sporting Lisbon thing's true, but then other people are saying it's not. That was... I say that was a good save. It was straight at him, to be fair. EJ, thank you very much for the chat. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. It wasn't clear Kane was going to head it on the ball. It was still quite high in the air when it connected with his hand. Not a guaranteed goal, says Robert. Oh, come on, Robbo. You know what? If I'm VAR and I'm watching that and I'm watching his hand flip it away and turn, I'm like, well, he's deliberately done that for a start. I'm going to give Kane the benefit of the doubt. I'm sorry. I see it as it is. That's a red card. It doesn't even hit his hand. He twists his hand to palm it round the back. He thinks he's in goal. I'm not having it. For me, that's a red card. And I'm a neutral. So, there we go. Oh, if anything, I'm a Forest fan. Which I'm bloody well not. But that's a red card. I'm sorry. But I'm happy to get over it, Callum. But somebody just asked me a question about it. And he twists his hand. You should get a red card for that. It's cheating. You watch, Bruno will do it on Thursday and I'll say it's not a red. It's never a red. You can't get a red for that. It's not a goal scoring opportunity. I think Forest will score though. I think the way the game's gone for them, it's got save penalty, red card not given. You can just see a goal, can't you? Good game though. I've got a headache. I need some water. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I've got a headache. I'm just going to have a stretch and turn around for a minute. Forest kits looks old without a sponsor on the front. That was from Logan. Kulisevsky. Still Kulisevsky. Oh, just drags it wide. I could do with a Kulisevsky goal. He's looked good today, Kulisevsky. Son's looked better as well. Oaken says, I can't believe it's only 63 minutes. It's been a very good game. Especially the second half. It's really got going, hasn't it? Nicholas says you might need stronger glasses. I think I'm just tired. You never know, though. I think Forest... Look at the back three for Forest. They're all on a yellow card. There could be a red card here. Look, all on a yellow. We might see a red. The way that they've been breaking... We might see a red. No Spurs players booked as well. Discipline. United will batter Forest on the count. Well, I'll tell you what, let's do a poll. This is exactly what it's all about. Was it a red card? Put it to the chat. People moan about my opinion. If you want to get involved, have your vote. Forest will get battered by United on the counter, says Palmarius. When are we playing them anyway? Kulusevski again. There's a lovely break on here. Karen says I was first to vote. Dexter says, I'm an Arsenal fan and it was a clear red. It's the twisting of the hand that did me. It was the way he actually purposely palmed it around. I remember Paul Scholes doing it, and I know the rules change, but it just seems, as soon as I saw him twist his hand, I was like, he's palmed that away on purpose. Like, he's lost his balance, but he's still twisted his hand to put it over the box to stop Kane scoring. It's the definition of depriving a goal-scoring opportunity, because he's actually twisted his arm to poke it over the bar to stop Kane getting it. So, I don't know. Weird interpretation of the rule. But as I say, it makes the game interesting. And I think that Spurs are just trying to get the break on here. Kulusevski again on the board. He's been key in this game so far. All on a yellow card. Lovely run. Good block. They've defended well, but he shouldn't be on the pitch, Cook. Last-ditch block there. Shouldn't be on the pitch. Hi, Mark. Love the videos you did with Paul Ince last season. Will there be more stuff with the governor in the future? Magnus, he's top of the league in the Championship with Reading. I think it's, it's only right that he's focusing on that at the moment. Mark, let him celebrate. De Gea can't even save a pen, says Kwanda. No, clean sheet yesterday, mate. Very happy with De Gea. Man United's number 1. David De Gea. David De Gea, number 1. Man United's number 1. Chosen by Ten Hag, my manager. That's all that matters. David De Gea, number 1. My keeper. My manager. My club. 74% of you said yes, red card. No, 26%. When I think about the 26%, somebody rings up and votes on I'm a Celebrity, don't they? I always wonder who rings up and votes for that sort of stuff. Now we know. Handball on Harry Kane. 23 minutes to go. Remember, there's Premier League games on Tuesday night and Wednesday night this week, so we'll have watch-alongs for you. Some cracking games. Tuesday night, I think... trying to think who's playing on Tuesday. There is a few games, but... Oh, here we go again. It's 3v2. They've got to score this time. He's got to feed Højbjerg. Oh, it's a bad pass by Kane. And it's not... That's rubbish. Rubbish. Lingard's coming off and Dennis is coming on. Very quiet game by Lingard. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, bottom right hand corner. We're getting close to 750,000. Click the button in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe. Ow. We'll close the poll. It's not changed. 74% if you think it was a red card, which shows I'm not completely deluded. Sometimes I am. And Harry Kane here. Oh, I would love Kulusevski to score. Blocked. What's the difference between Dean wanting to leave and Ronaldo? Clear agenda, and Dean would be more valuable in our team than Ronaldo, says Rash. I'll tell you what the difference is. How many Ballon d'Ors and titles and Champions Leagues has Dean Henderson won for Manchester United? The only thing I can think that Dean Henderson's done in a United shirt was that ridiculous stand on your front post and let Salah tap it in the bottom corner. Like, people earn respect, mate. That's the whole point. The problem with certain people these days and certain players these days is they think they're owed a living. Oh, I should have been United number 1. You had COVID, mate. De Gea played better than you. Well, I should have been number 1. Ronaldo's actually done something in his career. You've got to earn it. That's the problem with Dean Henderson. He's got to earn it. And maybe if he has a good season at Forest, he'll get the chance at United next season. cross came in there. Ipswich Portman Road Stadium is like Old Trafford, says Philip. Oh, Goris says, great take from Dean Henderson. He literally just caught a corner. Well done. $20 to go. I still think Forest will get an equaliser. I think if you're a Spurs fan, get ready. There is going to be an FPL video this week, Frank. I just need to record it. I'm just dreading doing it, really. Yeah, if I was a Spurs fan, I'd be worried. I think the way the game's gone, you should be 2-0 up. You should be playing 10 men, and you are the away team, and you know at some point Forest are going to get a big chance. Kulusevski into Kane. He's going to continue that run. Oh, that's poor by Harry Kane there. Total lack of pace. Still not quite right, are they, Spurs? Still a little bit rusty. Right, Richarlison's coming on. Be interesting to see who he brings. I'd take Kane off. I know he won't, but I would take Kane off. I'd keep Son and Kulusevski on. Forest deserves something, says Paula. Put a lot of work in. They're just not creating big chances. That's the problem. But I do sense that they will score at some point. Here's Kane. Wins the free kick. Another yellow card. I'm not doing a kit ranking video now, Sharon. Come on, move on. It's the start of the season. Who wants to do a kit ranking in bloody late August? That's filling time content that someone like Thogden does at the start of the season, which is what I was going to do, but I missed the boat. You can get you can have an entertaining 0-0. So Sessegnon and Richarlison are coming on. I just made a really good cup of tea and celebrated like Dean Henderson in front of the family. Felt a bit big-headed, says Nick P. Perisic comes off for Sessegnon. Interesting to see. 7 for 9. Is that Son coming off for Richarlison? I think it is, you know. Son number 7 for Spurs? Yep. Bit disappointing. I'd have took Kane off. He's not happy, Son. I think he senses a goal on the break. Is that guy Brad Friedel on the touchline? He looks like... I don't think it is Brad Friedel. He's a Spurs coach and he just looks like Brad Friedel. No, he's not. It's not. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll have Premier League watch-alongs and we'll basically be just keeping an eye on all the games because they're all on BT Sports. Son's fuming. Perisic looks like Mark, says Philip. I don't look anything like Perisic. I look nothing like Perisic. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing in my Fantasy Premier League. Don't forget, tonight at 8 o'clock, if you want to tune it, if you want to call in and have your say, I'm on TalkSport. It will be live on the TalkSport YouTube channel, but it'll be live on your radio as well. Call in, have your say, or just get involved in the chat. We'll be interacting with that. My points total is 54. Crap. Absolute crap. Rubbish. Rubbish. Not happy. 7 o'clock on the United stand, so we're live in an hour. Richarlison looks like the type of player that will get annoyed at playing 10 minutes of football a game, so I think him and Conte might have problems, says Nathan. Look, I said this a few minutes ago. I think people are getting are analysing too much the lack of game time of certain players, whether it's Harry Maguire or Richarlison or whoever, because the season has only just started and they've been playing one game a week. From now on, it's 2 games a week. So people will start to pick up injuries. There'll be more rotation. I guarantee you Richarlison will start a game in the next 2 weeks for Spurs. They've got 4 games in the next 2 weeks. I bet he'll start in one of them. Are you a closet Spurs fan? Guessing it's better for you if they win rather than City, Liverpool or Arsenal, says Big Al. I'm not a closet Spurs fan. Apparently I'm a bloody Forest fan. I'm a Man United fan. And I watch football and I see things and I'll call it out. Richarlison's down injured here. Look at that. Loads of subs there for Forest. Loads of yellow cards. No goals though. Have you seen the new Predator movie? It was called Prey Lay. It's very good. Check it out on Disney. Very good. I really enjoyed it. Very good. Rangers wants Ronaldo. He might go there. Champions League. I doubt it, but you never know. Might consider it. Right, it's 13 minutes to go. I'm predicting it now. There will be an equaliser. I didn't watch the YouTube fights yesterday. I'm a fair play to it all. Got nothing but respect for it all and what they do, but it's just not for me. I like proper boxing, and it's amazing what they did last night, and it's amazing what they're doing with that space, and it's very, very popular and well done. But I'm just a bit old school on that. What do I know about boxing, says Cook? I've been watching it since I was about 8. Loved it when it used to be on ITV in the early 90s at 9 o'clock. Super middleweight division. Eubank, Ben, Watson. Best fight I've probably ever seen was Ben McClellan. Brilliant fight. Is this a corner? No, goal kick. Oh, Berger's got 126 points on Fantasy Premier League. Magnificent. Why does Ronaldo at 37 want Champions League football? Because he's the all-time Champions League scorer. Oh, Kulusevski's done well. He's very wide, though. He's going to go for the box. Needs to put the cross in and a corner. Is it a corner? No, Richarlison seems to get a touch on it. Kulusevski's my man of the match. Because I've got him in my Fantasy Premier League too. I think Son's unlucky to come off, actually. I would have took Kane off, but I presume Kane's the captain, isn't he? So not that Conte wouldn't do it, but Ronaldo to Newcastle. Why would he go there? Doesn't need to go for the money because he's already on good money, and they're not in the Champions League. Right, Forest on the attack here. He's going to shoot. He cuts inside over the bar. Oh, Lloris is the captain. Sorry, Lloris is the captain. It's just British favouritism. That's what it is. If I was a Spurs fan, I'd be like, why is Kane staying on and Son's coming off? It's just the media. It's the media's fault. It's British media. Will Martial be fit for Thursday? Probably not, with an Achilles problem. What's your prediction for Arsenal United next week? We've both got games before that, haven't we? Which will obviously factor into next Sunday. But I'd always back United at home to Arsenal. 75,000 fans, Sunday afternoon. Defence is looking better. Lovely ball here. This could be the winner. He's just got to put it across to Kane. Cut it back to Kane. Oh, that's crap by Sessegnon. I mean, Kane, if you're Harry Kane there, you're fuming. You're absolutely fuming. But Richarlison's won it back. And Harry Kane scores. And that's the game for Harry Kane. That's why you keep him on. 2-0 to Spurs. Don't know where the marking is there. They'll be very happy with that. I mean, they've gone to sleep there. They've gone to sleep. They've gone to sleep there. I don't know what they've done. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy defending here. They've got a break. Sessegnon's just got to slip Harry Kane in. He messes it up and you think that's the end of the attack. And then... So Sessegnon there, it goes wide. There's a Forest player that's going to get there. Richarlison, could have been but it's just a strong shoulder barge. Oh my God, the defender there, what is he doing? He literally walks away. Lovely cross by Richarlison, and Harry Kane's just left unmarked. I don't know who it is. He just walks away. Just walks away. Terrible defending. Terrible defending. Richarlison with the assist. 2 goals for Harry Kane. Lovely assist by Richarlison. Lovely assist. Basuma's coming on for Kulusevski now. Lovely assist, says Greg. What an assist. He's not offside. I think the defender walks away to try and get the back line to play offside. And he looks great if it is offside, but nobody else does it. Number 21 it was for Forest. I'll tell you his name. It just ends up looking a prat. Number 21. Koyate. Nathan Allen says, what midfielder do you think Liverpool should go for as most are gone and 3 days left? Not many options left. Tillemans or Lamer, I suppose. Harry Kane's just gone down injured here. Koyate. I don't think Forest will go down. He's not had a very good few minutes, this Koyate. He's cost them the second goal and now he's gone and got booked. I don't think these are the sort of games that the Fulhams and the Forests really have to, get too downhearted about. Look, Forest's season is about staying up, isn't it? They've bought so many players, there's going to have to be a period of adjustment. And they're one... Oh, bloody hell. Richarlison's just been chopped in two by Brennan Johnson because of the little keepy-ups, and he's absolutely gone through him. I think he probably deserves it in a way. You can't be doing that. He's doing keep-ups on the side, and it's taking the piss, really, Richarlison there, and Johnson's gone through him. For all the jokes about lack of trophies, I think a lot of credit should go to Kane's name, the best all-round striker England's had in years, says Nicholas Walker. Look, Richarlison's starting to doing keep-ups in the game. It's stupid. And when he gets it back, he gets absolutely clattered. And Williams just falls on him, ex-Liverpool player. Well, Richarlison did that against United, and I was going mad. He's doing keep-ups. Someone absolutely go through him, so I respect it. At least these Forest players have got some bloody respect for their shirt. They're not having somebody doing little keep-ups on a pitch. It's very disrespectful. For all that, yeah, I've done that from Nicholas Walker. Big guy says he deserves it. You can't. I don't care who you are. You can't have the ball on the touchline and start doing keep-ups and not expect someone to go and clatter you. It's disrespectful, isn't it? Especially when the right back's an ex-Liverpool player. But most of that Forest team's been booked now, hasn't it? 5 minutes to go. It's been a good game. Yes, I mean, look at the stats there. The Spurs have come back into it, but Forest have still had more of the possession. They've just not had any shots on target. That most of their shots have been outside the box. 1 shot on target from 13. That's their problem. They're not having shots in the box. Look, Richarlison is what he is. He's a rattler, isn't he? He winds people up. He's just put a brilliant assist in. I mean, Spurs fans will be loving it. He's done what he's there to do. He's a bit of a Tom Daly. He likes a dive, but for Spurs it's job done. It's 2-0. It's 10 points. You're 2 points off the top from 4 games unbeaten. So it's a good start to the season for Spurs, and they're just gradually going through the gears. Arsenal have been the pick of the teams from the start of the season, no doubt about it. But I'd be quite happy if I was Spurs. Not played particularly great in every game, but 3 wins, 1 draw. Everyone's played, away as well. So next game for Spurs is Wednesday night at West Ham, which I think is a massive game. I don't know what to do on Wednesday night, actually. I think West Ham Spurs is a big game. Liverpool Newcastle, Arsenal Villa. Don't know which one to do. Tuesday's a bit easier. Palace, Brentford, Fulham, Brighton, Leeds, Everton, Southampton, Chelsea. But Wednesday night is some good stuff. Looking forward to it. Yeah, we're live on the United Stand at 7, and I'm live on TalkSport at 8 o'clock. Transfer Hub. It is on YouTube as well. Looking forward to that. I'm sure we're talking about Anthony. Thoughts on Frankie on the bench for Barcelona, says Eric. Maybe it's one final attempt to move him on. I don't know. I think United should be buying him, but tough game for Spurs on Wednesday, though, isn't it? West Ham. Apparently Ziyech's getting closer to a move to Chelsea. Spurs are just picking him off now. Nice ball. I don't think Sessegnon's going to keep that in, or he is. He is. He's done very well. Apparently Koundé's playing at right back for Barcelona tonight. Oh, that's the one thing I wanted to have a look at. It's, Champions League fixtures. Let's have a quick look. BBC Champions League, because we will be doing Champions League watch-alongs on here, of course. So let's have a quick look at what they are. So September, they kick off a week on Tuesday. Celtic Real Madrid at 8 o'clock. Salzburg Milan. Chelsea plays Zagreb. Won't do that. Man City Sevilla maybe. PSG Juventus. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do on that night. Probably Celtic Real Madrid or Sevilla Man City maybe. On the Wednesday night, Napoli Liverpool at 8 o'clock looks good. Ajax playing Rangers at 5:45. Inter Milan Bayern Munich. Tottenham at Marseille. And then the big one on the Thursday is Sociedad against Manchester United in the Champions League. In the Europa League. Whoop, 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 whoop. Bring it on. That's where it's at. I'm surprised there's no 5 o'clock kickoffs, actually. That's what we got last time. Have we got any? Manchester United. We're in 8th. Sit down. Not bottom of the league anymore. We're back. Into stoppage time here. So, Sociedad at 8 o'clock. Oh, here we go. Sheriff Tiraspol, 5:45. On Thursday the 15th. Great. 5:45 games. Brilliant. Can't beat that in the Europa League, can you? And again, Cyprus, 5:45. Could be 3. Richarlison. Good save. And Spence. Oh, nearly. He's come on. So that's 2 games at 5:45. I think that'll be it, won't it? Yeah, we've got 2 games at 5:45. No, we've got 3. God, 3 games at 5:45. God, you know you're in the you're in the Europa League then, don't you? You know you're in the Europa League. Fabrizio says that Manchester United... What's he said? Has he said anything? The final details of the structure. It's all about the structure. 8 minutes has been added on here. Where's he got 8 minutes from? It's not here we go yet. From Fabrizio, he's saying that... Manchester United, and understand the contract is now being prepared by Manchester United to get it ready once the deal will be fully agreed. It will be valid until 2027 with an option to extend until 2028. Ajax and Man United discussing final details of the structure. It's about the structure. It's about the structure. It's about the players. I've tweeted it. Jed Spence on, obviously formerly off Forest. Had a good season with them last year. Got them promoted. Big step up for him here this season. Spurs. I think that spot's there to be fought with Emerson Royale as well. I think he could do it. Yeah, we're live on the United Stand at 7 and then 8 o'clock TalkSport YouTube channel if you want to watch me on that. Talking all the latest transfers. We're talking about Romano. When will Anthony make his debut? He's got a sign, I think Arsenal. And he'll probably start on the bench for that game as well. Because he's not been training for a week. He's been on strike, hasn't he? So I think Anthony will be fed in gradually and probably be on the bench for the Arsenal game, I think. Xavi, no matter what he says, does not rate Frankie de Jong. When everyone is fit, his midfield 3 is Gavi, Pedri and Busquets. Well, let's have a look at the Barcelona side. I'll get it for you now. Barcelona, such a beautiful horizon. Barcelona, they're playing Valladolid. today. Yeah, so it's Ter Stegen, Araujo, Conde, Garcia, Balde, Gavi, Busquets, Pedri, Dembele, Lewandowski, and Rafinha. On the bench, Piqué, Fati, Torres, Depay, Pjanic, Aubameyang, Alba, Kessie, Roberto, De Jong, Torres, and Tenas. There you go. Thanks for all the comments, by the way. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Fabrizio replied to me, of course he did, we get on. Still 2 minutes to go here. I don't think that doesn't matter if they do score now. It's not going to be enough time, but they're all over the bar. Big chance there over the bar from Forest. Do I think Ronaldo will leave? I'm 60% he will. I hope he doesn't, but yeah, I think he probably will. Interesting game. Very good result for Spurs. 10 points from 12. I don't think they've been scintillating. I think, you know what, Dean Henderson's been their man of the match. Penalty save. Made a good save after that. But they've got to look at it and go, Lingard was really disappointing. They didn't create enough chances in the box. And, you know, they've got Man City next. Like, they've got to start picking up some results, and they've got to start picking them up quick. Because the Premier League is quite unforgiving, as we know. But I don't think anyone could argue with Spurs today. They've defended very well as well. They've limited the Forest to shots from outside the box. And realistically, it could have been 3 or 4-0, really. But thanks everyone for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. We're live on the United Stand at 7 o'clock. And obviously, I'm on TalkSport at 8 if you want to tune into that. It's also on the YouTube channel. Referee, I don't know where the referee's got 8 minutes from, but it's about to be over. He's gone to 99 minutes here. And he blows. Good win for Spurs. We have got watch-alongs for you this week on Tuesday and Wednesday with Premier League fixtures coming in. That completes the weekend fixtures. And it's been a good weekend for the North London clubs. Arsenal are top with 12. And of course, as you can see there, Spurs are in second place with Man City and Brighton all on 10 points. And then a bit of a gap down to the next lot. 7 points with Leeds, Chelsea, and then Newcastle United on 6. Thanks everyone for watching. Tune in on United Stand at 7, and I'm on TalkSport's YouTube channel at 8 as well. Speak to you all in a bit. Take care.